Hello, we are back for another episode of Manny Money. Because you know what Manny Monday is an opportunity for me to talk to my family, friends, and just explain moments of epiphany and things that I learned during the week. I usually have a list that's posted on my Instagram, which is either on this side or this side, right? And I post that list on Friday. And on Mondays, I give the Manny Money, which is this conversation that we're about to have, right? But without further ado, brief updates on some things. I have some fruit, so I spend $30 on fruit every time I do grocery shopping, and I chop the fruit up, I put it in sandwich bags, I freeze them, and then every day when I eat my meal prep, I take the fruit out, I put it in a bowl, and an hour or so later, I put some salt on it, and then I have a little fruit snack, right? And it beats having cookies, yogurt, or any other shit. Like, no, let me have my fruit bowl, right? Also, I got a haircut, so I'm feeling myself today, right? And tomorrow, I'm just gonna do random ass errands. I don't even know where I'm going, but I'm just gonna see the world tomorrow, yeah? You know, just feeling my light skin self, you know? I gotta wash some of this shit off, but like, without further ado, let's get into the Manny Monday, right? First order of business is number one, able to enjoy time on your own. Now, I think it's very important that you're able to enjoy time on your own, or just be able to be comfortable with yourself. A lot of what I've talked about before, just like been preaching, is like, hey, be social, get out there, try different things and stuff like that. But we also got to be comfortable with taking ourselves on a date, doing things that we love and enjoy, having our own job, our own hobbies and things that we're into, right? Because my biggest fear is that I have a partner one day, right? And she's consumed with me. She has the idea that the time that she has free, or the time that I have free, that we should spend together, which isn't an issue at all, but I think that we should always have some time that we spend to ourselves, right? Because I have my own hobbies. There's things that I like to do. I like to watch wrestling on Fridays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, right? Raw, NXT, SmackDown, right? I also like to play video games on PC, Oculus, and PS5, right? I also like to go to the gym in the mornings, right? And I don't want it to be misconstrued like, hey, this is a part of my routine, this is things that I do. And sometimes you can't necessarily incorporate somebody in that. I mean, like, yeah, you can with the gym, but sometimes like things like gaming and stuff like that, it's a way for me to release, get some things off my chest, you know? And I need someone that already has their hobbies and shit, so they're not offended by me doing my own thing, right? So yeah, if you're single, get with somebody that has their own hobbies, has their own ambitions, doing their own thing, right? If you are with a partner, right, I challenge you, if you haven't already, set some time for yourself, right? Every time that you do have free doesn't necessarily have to be under that person's fucking chin, right? Okay, second thing is the 150-mile rule, right? Shout out to Javier, he told me about this. He said that it's probably not the 150-mile rule. Who gives a fuck, right? So the 150-mile rule is that after you're 150 miles away from where you usually are, you turn into a different person, right? So I've been talking to you guys a lot about my trip to St. Louis. I've never been to a baseball game, so this will be the first time that I go to a baseball game is in St. Louis. So considering this 150-mile rule, I do believe when I travel, when I go to different areas, I do become a different person, right? My first solo trip was to Detroit. And when I was in Detroit and I was in that environment, I was a lot more social. I even tipped pretty good during that time period. And I can really just be myself. So being in St. Louis, doing this solo trip, it has allowed me to be in touch with myself and really get to experience life in a new light. And I wonder if you guys also change when you do travel. Please comment down below. Let me know. Do you experience the 150-mile rule? Is it even called the 150-mile rule? Comment down below or DM me, right? Third order of business, no car, no wife. I've been talking to the men in my life, and we've been talking about money and also just women or just dating in general. I feel that, or just, this is my own judgment, is like, if I don't have my finances in together, I'm not trying to date. I'm not trying to see anyone at all, because I truly believe that I should get my house in order, right? But I understand that it's not necessary to have finances, as odd as that may seem to some, and as odd as that may seem to me, because there was a time where I didn't have money when I was in middle school or high school, and even some parts of college, yes, and grad school. I've been broke a lot of my life, more than I had money, but there were times where I didn't have money and I still had meaningful relationships. But I feel like at my current state, at my current age, I need to have my shit together, right? And I experienced some minor setbacks, right? Like I wanted to get my car back. I got my car back from the shop, and yeah, I feel comfortable enough to enter back into the dating world, right? But at first I was like a little hesitant. But yeah, no car, no wife. Manny's not dating without no fucking car. I just feel like at my current age, I need a car. Do you disagree? Comment down below. Yes, I am all for comments, DMs. Let me know how you feel, right? And the final one, drum roll. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was doing all of this on an iPhone 8. iPhone 8 is currently fucking worthless. It's cost $30, so they sold me a $30 for trade-in. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna use it to do my Manny Mondays. The fourth thing I want to talk about is pay people to pay attention. I notice this is not something specific, but I notice that there's a lot of different avenues in which people pay for a service or pay for a means to an end, for a person to just do something to pay them attention, right? When I went to the barber today, I paid them to do my hair, to give me that attention, the detail. When I go to a nail shop, I pay them to paint my nails black, right? When I go to a restaurant, I'm paying them for a service, I'm paying for them attention, right? But it makes me wonder, like, hey, everything that we use or do on a daily basis, we're paying for service. Even the utilities that I have in this house, I know it's an apartment, but I'm gonna call it a fucking house. I have in this apartment, and within this unit, I'm paying people for service, right? And I'm paying them for the attention to care about me, right? To do the service, right? But I'm also thinking of circumstances where I don't necessarily have to pay someone to get a service, right? And I appreciate the friends in my life. I appreciate the family that I have, that they just want to be around me, and it doesn't necessarily have to pay them for attention, right? But the funny thing about it, this whole theme within the Manny Monday, I've been talking about money, I've been talking about solo traveling, and if I were to tie a bow on top of all of these things and everything I'm talking about today, is just get out there, enjoy life, you know? That's something that I really look forward to next week. Life has been fucking hard. I'm just being fucking real. But I'm thanking God for my perseverance, you know? I'm going to be on the other side of it. I'm going to have a great fucking time in St. Louis. But without further ado, that's the end of my Manny Monday. I think my frozen fruit is a little bit unthawed. Let me get a taste to see. Need more salt. But we're done here. We're done. Love you. Take care. Like, subscribe, and comment. Please comment. I love you guys when you comment. I read them all. Take care. And as always, jarritos are on me.